to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for.
Hello and welcome to Cruise Travel and Explore with Stickman Steve. Thank you for joining me. Today we're in Curaçao, and today we don't have a Marella excursion, but we have booked one independently. Well, we booked it once we got off the cruise ship, and it's a 4-hour excursion and it costs us $25.
The distance in minutes walking from the city to the port where your ship are standing is like 8-10 minutes walking. But on the way I'm gonna show you how you walk it to return and back. That may be end of the tour you want to do it, okay? So on your left side, you can see a baseball stadium. Here the main sport is baseball. We have a lot of baseball players playing in the Major League Baseball. They ran the color white. And we had in the past a governor that he said the color white give him headache pain. And they ordered the population to paint his house. They're going to cross over the highest bridge. And when we cross over the highest bridge, you get a nice view from our capital island.
Apologies, I've had to remove the audio over here because on top of the bridge it was really windy, and being an open top bus all you could hear was the wind. Now from here we're off to the Curaçao distillery factory, and going over the bridge we also come back on the bridge on the other side, so no matter what side you sat on you will get to see the views.
Vegetables and also souvenir for good price. The fourth bridge in front, here on your left side, is the Queen Juliana Bridge. And end of the street, if you keep looking straight ahead, you see the fifth bridge, is the Leonard Smith Bridge. It's on your left, you can see some colourful things. At the Otra Banda, they have also some arts painting on the wall. Maybe you walk. Most of the buildings are considered UNESCO monuments, and they are rented out as like office building, government office, council of ministerial, a museum, and also offshore bank. Okay, our economy has a pillar of 5. At the first place, the standing Curaçao. We have also, by the second place, offshore bank, the container harbor, dry dock, and part of our own refinery. So most of the buildings inside the street are rented out as offshore banks. And the wedding cake house is the coming up green building on your left. Everything inside this cemetery is making with marble. For the ones that are not taking the picture of it on the way coming back to Curaçao.
Right, we've arrived at the Curaçao Liqueur distillery. Now we didn't get long here, just 15 minutes, and we also didn't get a tour of the factory. We just got to sample a couple of shots of the Curaçao.
This is going to be the exit door. It's from the store. Going outside, you are going to find the buses standing here.
Reminds me of Amsterdam.
Colour of the buildings. Yeah.
Got two colours in the building.
There's some stunning buildings, you know, like the banks. How long have we got here? 15 minutes?
And you look at it, it says coffee show.
Oh yeah, we're not actually
Change the name of the
That's why we're here.
So that is the one thing that I always think is a great souvenir.
It's not that the money
Yeah, it's always cinnamon and maple. Said it's the new one, 25%.
One is an orange flavor, so they have the green color. Second one is tamarind. Last one is chocolate. You guys can try them all, but you have to keep walking, please.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. 1 second. There you go, sir.
Thank you. One of each.
Try one of each and keep walking, okay? First one is the orange flavor. Second one is the tamarind. Last one is the chocolate. Grab and
Get
go.
chocolate one on.
Grab
That's
and
chocolate.
go, guys. Yeah. Just grab one of each and keep
Oh, that
walking.
chocolate one's nice. Yeah.
Have you tried all three?
Yeah.
How did you look out so quick?
I'm a Scot. I can drink. That chocolate one is really
I
nice.
like the tamarind.
I see a fish ball on. Yeah.
Now, this is the souvenir shop. There's a bar here and some toilets. This is the only stop you'll get on this tour with Samba Tours. So if you need a toilet, I'd recommend going here now. We didn't buy any additional drinks here, not because we didn't want one. We only had 15 minutes. We were a bit disappointed. We thought we'd have actually got a tour around the factory. You get to go into the main area, and then that's it. For the tour, you have to book this. Now, if you book another excursion, maybe with Marella, maybe it's included as part of your package, but it wasn't included as part of our package. You can also book directly with the Curaçao Distillery Factory and book a tour there if you wanted to. You could get a taxi there and a taxi back. Now heading back to the bus now. Like I said, we only got 15 minutes. The shots that you see us take, you could take one each. I think there was 3 or 4 in total, completely free. You don't pay for that. So after we visited the souvenir shop, Gemma went to the toilet. We decided to go back to the coach. Now where the coach is, if you just continue walking down the right hand side, there's a Curaçao Liqueur plaque that you can both stand there and take some nice photographs. Now, after leaving the Curaçao Distillery Factory, we headed up to the hills. Now, I'm not sure what this area is called, but she said this is where a lot of the big, wealthy people live, and there's a lot of big mansions and deluxe apartments up here. Now, the reason we went up here was to go to the salt pans, and from there you can see flamingos, well, pink flamingos. I couldn't see any because my eyesight's nowhere near good enough to be able to see those, but Gemma said that she did see some. It's not guaranteed you are going to see them when you're up there, but that's the reason why we went up here for. Okay, the next stop off was a house that had this beautiful Christmas tree in the front garden, so we stopped off there to admire it. Now the next part we're driving through is a recreational area, and the lady on the coach said that they spent millions of pounds redeveloping this area for the locals. So there was a skate park, a park, there was a sports area of tennis, football, beach areas, so they'd spent a lot of money. It looked absolutely amazing. Now we're heading back to the cruise control point. I do want to say Samba Tours offered people the opportunity to be dropped off at a beach, which was just near the cruise control. Didn't cost anything. They said if you wanted to go there, they would stop and drop people off, which was really nice of them. As I say, the excursion was about 3.5 to 4 hours, and we paid $25. Now we didn't research this excursion. The reason we went on this is Marella, we'd had an excursion booked with them, and they altered the time. They changed the time so we had less time on the excursion, and for what they were charging, we didn't feel it was worth it because it was only a short excursion as it was, and then taking off roughly half an hour, 45 minutes, we decided just to do our own thing. From the excursion, and we wanted to go and walk into Willemstad. There's a bridge there called the Queen Juliana Bridge, and it's like a rotating bridge that opens up so the boats can pass by. Now we knew it wasn't far from here because when we went on the excursion we saw it on the way back. It took around about 20 minutes, so I'm just going to do a nice walk and film the footage as we get to the bridge for you. I'm filming the walk to the bridge and also back to the bridge, so some footage you'll see going and there'll be different footage that you're going to see on the way back. Now there's lots of bars and restaurants on the walk to the bridge, so you won't be stuck for somewhere to eat or drink. There's plenty of choice. Now, if I can ask a huge favour, if you could press the like, share and subscribe button, especially that subscribe button notification, it really does help me out more than you'll ever know. It doesn't cost a penny, completely and utterly free. It just helps me get my videos in front of people, because if nobody subscribes, YouTube doesn't put it out in front of people, and it really does help me out. I'll be so grateful. So don't forget to press that subscribe button. Thank you so much. We're just entering the Renaissance Rift Fort and Mall area. There's no cost to go in here, it's completely free, but you can see all the Christmas trees on the left and right hand side as you enter the tunnel. It was a really nice area. It was a cruise control port in Curaçao. We were really impressed. Like I say, loads of bars and restaurants in this section and also the section outside. Now from here we're going to walk along the Willemstad promenade until the bridge. Now we've just left the Renaissance Rift Fort and Mall, and along the promenade here there's lots of areas you can sit down and admire the views. There's also other bars and restaurants along here as well, but there's also independent tuck shops as well, so you can get your magnets and other souvenirs if you wanted to. Now from here as well, just a bit further down, there's a car park and there's a taxi rank there as well, and from here, as I'm going to show you later on, there's a ferry terminal, so it's not far at all from the cruise control port. It's probably taken us about a nice 10-minute walk to get to this point.
I see the light behind your eyes is faded now.
Now we've just reached the Queen Emma Bridge. Now at the point that we got there, the bridge was closing, and they were closing because they were allowing a boat or a ship to pass by. So we just arrived slightly late. Now instead of waiting there, we decided just to keep walking down and see what we could see. And as we walked down, we got down to the ferry port, stopped there, watched the bridge open up, and then walked back down. Now this section here right now, just behind me, there's also some bars here you can have a drink, and some souvenir shops here as well. Now we're just approaching the ferry terminal in Anna Bay. Now I've seen from old photographs that the cruise lines dock here and also on the other side of Anna Bay. I'm not sure if they still do that now or whether these ferry terminals are still in use, but it might be worth checking out. We're very lucky. I managed to capture Queen Emma Bridge opening up, so I've sped up the footage for you because it'd be a little bit boring if you had to watch it from start to finish. So I say we were really lucky, and I'm so happy I managed to see this. Footage here of one of the boats passing through, and I've sped up the footage for you again. I'm showing the bridge going back to its locking mechanism, its starting point. Once it's ready, we then cross. No charge, you can cross the bridge as many times as you want. There's no fee at all to do this. Now they've opened the barrier, the bells rang, which means we can cross the bridge. Now there's no charge at all to cross the bridge, whether you're crossing this way or you're coming back the other way. The only time you can't cross it is when a ship or boat is coming through and they open the bridge and you've got to wait. And it probably takes around about half an hour, I would say, in total. Now we had a drink on the other side, we only had one drink. We actually found the drinks on the opposite side more expensive than they were at the cruise port. So if you want a drink, I would probably advise getting a drink in the cruise area itself, the cheaper, but it's definitely worth walking over this side to have a look around because it's really nice. We felt completely and utterly safe, and there was lots of bars and restaurants on that side as well. there's a section here you can put a padlock. So if you wanted to bring a padlock from home and put a little message on it and put it on this kind of monument, you're allowed to. So some people do it, some people don't. This is where we decided to have a drink at the Iguana Cafe. Now you've got some seats here and you've got some seats on the opposite side by the bay. We decided to sit by the bay. Now it was $10 for a cocktail, frozen one was $11, and a beer I think we paid $7 in total. And also you can buy iguana burgers here or iguana steak. Now we don't eat iguana, but it's your choice. We decided not to. I think it's a delicacy in this part. Now we decided to head back. Now I've sped up the footage as we're walking across the Queen Emma Bridge, and when we walk back there's other sections where I'm going to show you where if you want to book excursions and show you some other bars and restaurants that we're not shown on the walk here. Also, when you enter the Riff Fort, there's bars on the ground level here, but also you're going to see lots of steps to other different areas, so you don't have to just drink on this particular ground level here. If you go up the steps, there's other bars and restaurants that with balconies that look over the bay, so have a look around. There's plenty of things here. Say the souvenir shops, there's a chemist here, there's lots of bars and restaurants. top, you're going to see lots of little stalls or stands, and all these places here are selling excursions, taxi services. There's lots of them dotted around along this promenade part, and also once you get through the main security area that you'll see shortly, there's also other places there that offer all these excursions. So if you don't book an excursion Marella, don't worry, you can book your excursions here. There's plenty of choice here and a lot cheaper as well. Now this is a cruise terminal security where you'll have to show your card when you enter, and your card is your cabin card. Again, through here there's lots of bars, as you can see, dotted around. They were really busy. Now this is coming to near at the end of the afternoon. I think this might be roughly about 3-4 o'clock. So when I was passing past some of the stands and stalls, there was nobody there. That's because it's the end of the day. Now here there's lots of bars, there's seats you can sit here, you can get food as well, there's music. Now there's sections where I've had to unfortunately turn down the volume because there's music playing and I'll get copyrighted off YouTube, so I have to dim down the noise, which you can't hear some of it. So again, there's lots of souvenirs here, lots of restaurants, lots of bars, and also around this section here again you can buy excursions, all dotted around this area, and also further down where these white tents are in front, again there and to the right hand side there's lots of places again. So don't worry, plenty of choice here for you. Head back to the cruise ship to get a drink and freshen up and some food as well. Later on we have a special event booked at the exchange. We go down to Vistas for some food. Again, this area, lots of bars, lots of restaurants, and this is where you can also book your excursions when you're coming out. So it's a really nice port. I would definitely recommend walking around this port. Hello and welcome. This is our 5th day. We are in Curaçao today. We've just come back from an excursion, not one that we did with Marella, but one we did on our own. Once you go outside where the main port is, to your right there's like a white tent, and we did an excursion there, and it was $25 each, as opposed to I think it was £48 that Marella were charging. So we did one independently, our first very one independently, and I've got to admit it was amazing. $25 well spent. Took you around the island. And then you had the option to stop off at Mambo Beach, the option to get off at Mambo Beach or continue back to port. So we got back to port today, and then we decided to drop off some of the things that we'd taken out with us, like the beach towels and water. We didn't need it, so we then went back out, thought we'd have a look around Willemstad ports, because once we went on the tour we knew exactly where we were going. Stopped off for a beer, and we went over the bridge, the rotating bridge in Willemstad, and we're now back. And we have got something booked tonight called the Heist, and that is Marella's new concept. They've got a bar based around, I think it's 1920s, and you go through 2 phone boxes to get into it, but you're not allowed to film at all. You can tell people what it's like, but you can't talk about it. But to get entry to it, you need a secret passcode, which has just been dropped underneath our door in a black sealed envelope. We paid, I think it was $15.95 for me and Gemma, and we've also booked it again for the second week, which is called something completely different, and we're hoping it's a different show. So I'm recording this live so you can see what we've got. So let's open it up. We've got that booked tonight for 9 PM. There's 2 slots you can book, I think 6:30 or 9 o'clock. So let's have a look, see what it is. So it says, just pick up the telephone and the operator will pass on the instructions. Dress code, razzle dazzle. This is a 90-minute event. Please arrive on time for the best experience. So on this piece of paper here is our code. So, but I can't tell you what it is because it's a secret. You're not allowed to know. but that's it. So I say I can't film it because you're not allowed to film. I believe they take the cameras off you, your mobiles, anything you've got, so you can't record it. So that is it. I'm going to go up for something to eat now, and then we're going to go and relax. So I'll speak to you later. Very nice. I think you'll like yours.
Genuinely like them, or is that
is that me trying to think of a way of trying to get yours?
Yeah.
No, I think you'll generally like them.
Oh, okay.
Sauce is really nice. The meat's very fresh.
Okay.
So thumbs up. That salad we got, I can't remember what that is. Oh, that's the salad with the parmesan.
Yeah.
Shavings of parmesan.
Yeah. I was going to say I might just have a tiny bit of the salad, but the rest of the side you can have the more.
Does that come with a garlic sauce?
I think so. I think it's like a white wine.
Very nice. Nice and soft. Fresh. This is fresh leaves with shavings of parmesan, I think. Nice and fresh as well. Potatoes, green beans with pancetta, and sauteed mushrooms, and red Spanish wine. Very nice. I'm looking for a blind pig. Naughty, naughty. Sorted, nice one, mate. Sorted.
Very much appreciated. Can't remember the last time I had 34 people through me back doors. Good night.
Okay, not the sides.
Never the sides.
Don't do the sides, no. And yeah, I'll do all sorts of other things on the side though. The boss don't know about, so just let me know. What's that?
Because in my end, give it up once again for my pianist, Johnny! Jose, Big Jose's a short one over there. We call him Big Jose because he's got big feet, you know what we're saying about big feet. My name's Sam Fontaine, we're going to do a little song for you, so here we go. Out, over and out, oh the drama we see each time I find a big nerve, then I fly. Basically, I brought you all here because I'm looking at expanding my businesses a bit further. Come and get to know you, me and Jimmy are. But in the meantime, chat amongst yourselves. Johnny Tinkle.
It took me 6 months to perfect this trick, and it got me into the magic spot. And it includes. That's alright. Love entertainment, it's just, oh yeah, anything, you know. But the guy with the strawberries is round there. Fenton! Oh, jeez.
We'll get this next one out. Rather than being the last straw, we'll call it the last candy dolly.
Yeah, that'll work.
Ethel? Hello, sweetheart.
Ethel.
Say, Steve, I'll say to Steve, first time's always the best because it's out of puff with the back. Yeah, and I said, once you've done it once, you won't go back, honestly. Honestly, a puff with the back. The slouching stops, you get a nice straight back. It's lovely.
Yeah. Well, I do actually really like the push with the back.
Sorry.
Hello, Steve.
You've got scout brains, haven't you?
Oh yeah, she is.
I don't have as much trust in my trousers as you do, but
this will call me Jimmy Sticky Fingers because.
Sorry.
Well, no, because there was. Not that you got massive.
Not been massive.
No.
If I could compare you to a dog, you'd probably be a Shih Tzu. I think. Yeah.
Jimmy, no, sorry, your strokes vigorously. Alright, sit yourself down, think about what you're doing.
Well, the key to this one is you've got to get the tip as close to the mouth as possible, and then you blow the breath into the. No, ignore them. Their feet. I know it. Yeah, the way I said that, it sounds like something. Don't ignore it. Or the next thing I need.
Jimmy, please don't look me in the eye when you do that.
Sorry. Sorry about that. I'll let you in the eye instead. Then. He just winked at Oh, sorry, I thought I finished a while ago. Just kept going. Sorry. There you go. It's all yours. Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Oh, it's a tip, all right. I can adjust the tips. It's an adjustable tip.
Take your hands off the tip, alright?
That's the adjustable tip.
It might be adjustable, but I'm going to need you to sit down, darling, alright?
This new song to a friend of mine.
Thank you so very much, darling.
Jimmy, actually. Maybe the sun.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna happen. Thank you, everybody.
Well done it! Get out of breath, well, I'm back! Jim, what if I told you that my favourite dessert was spotted dick? Really?
Oh, I never heard that. Never heard
Lynette, that laugh was a bit too loud for my liking, so I love it with a bit of cream, actually. Are you had spotted dick with cream? Hot custard? Yeah, we cut from the same cloth, me and Cloth Bill, do you know what I
Airport is technically a verb. So imagine your airport for a second. See, that's a good plan, isn't it?
That's beautiful.
And then do it back.
If you're here tonight with someone you love, I want you to turn around and give them a hug for me, alright? Share the love.
Apple. Oh, yeah.
And, oh, that's not the question.
So you flew away.
And if you're here to someone you really, really love, I want you to turn around to that person and give them a kiss. And if you're here tonight with someone you really, really love, I want you to turn around, and if you're going to say come home tonight, squeeze their knees so they know.
Oh yeah, couple down here.
You dirty dog. You're going to see your partner's violin tonight in violin. Get to the devil.
Apple.
No.
It's all for you. The sight of you makes me weak. I can't shake my eyes. You baby, it's not alright. I need you, baby. Let me love you, baby. Let me love. Ladies and gentlemen, these are absolute gorgeous. They sound marvellous this evening, gorgeous. What love is real, but really had a heart that's good. Hardy, 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 hardy.
Hardy, 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 ho. Hardy, 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 ho.
See that's around, months of Chinatown. They sold a high kick the gun.
Hardy, 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 ho.
Stripper.
You are under arrest.
Jimmy 5 fingers, darling. I'll be Jimmy 10 fingers for you.
I have let the appropriate authorities know, and the back of the police service will be here in 5, 4, 3. Get everyone out.
Okay, right, grab all your drinks for me, grab everything you've got and follow me this way. I'm going to take you out the front door. Grab everything you've got and follow me this way. Grab all your drinks, grab all your drinks, grab everything you've got and follow me out, alright? Follow me this way. Let's go. Jim, what's it up?
Is this real?
Yeah, it's real, mate.
Take your drink on.
Make sure you've got everything down.
It's a misunderstanding. It's Jimmy 7 fingers saying It's Jimmy 7 fingers saying I'm Jimmy 5 fingers.
This way, round here, darling. Thank you so much.
They got the wrong Jimmy. It's Jimmy 7 fingers saying He seems tough, be real good. See you later, boss.
Hardy, 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 ho.
No, it's real, please. Okay. See you later.
Cheers, mate.
Because we need this for the show. Sorry.
Cheers, fella. Thank you, mate. Now also the exchange, you can go up here whenever you want, well at least when there's not a show anyway, so it's a bar open to anybody. Now I've put up the drinks menu for you so you can see if you've got the premium all-inclusive drinks package, all these drinks are included. If you haven't, you will have to pay for drinks if you enter the bar. Now we were really disappointed with the bar. We went up there a couple of times. There's no atmosphere and there's no music. It's really quiet. It's such a shame because it's such a beautiful area. All they need to do is put some music in there, maybe have a singer, and it'll be such a nice area to go to. Now the time you go on your cruise, it may change up there. They might start playing music. Now opening and closing times, again that changes. I think it might be from 6 till 12, but you check on your cruise leaflet, it will give you the details of when it's opening and closing. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the heist that we booked. I think it was £15 we paid in total, which I thought was worth it. I thought the singers, the comedy was very good. Now I'm into stuff like Mrs. Brown's Boys, that kind of humour. Now if you're not really into slapstick comedy, you probably won't enjoy it. I laughed throughout the way, a lot of people didn't, but I really enjoyed it and think it's definitely worth booking for £15. Now when you're in there, you get 4 cocktails. Now you don't get to choose the cocktails are already pre-made and brought out to you. We were really disappointed with the cocktails. I've got to say that they weren't the best at all, and we went there twice. I really think they need to work on the cocktails. They weren't great. Now also some word of advice, you might get chosen to partake or picked on, so to speak, when you go into the heist. I did on both shows. I think I've just got one of those faces. It always tends to happen, but I loved it. Hello. Oh, where's one?
Good, can I squat?
Yeah, it says
Okay, our next protocol is going to be slightly different. It should be day 7, but unfortunately, I'm sorry. I don't know what I've done with the footage for RC day for day 7. I don't know if I've lost the SD card. I don't know if I've wiped it. I don't know what I've done, but I've not got any footage at all for day 7. So the next vlog will jump straight to day 8, which will be Barbados. Now, we have got an excursion booked. We've had a few excursions cancelled, but we booked another excursion and it's going to be with Marella. So please stay tuned. It will be day 8, so don't look for day 7. It won't be there. And I'm really sorry, but I look forward to you joining me on our next vlog.
Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We